2 years ago, the foundation created a Future Debate Series, or FDS as it's called. The foundation took a bold step by venturing to the debating scene. The foundation had its first debate, FDS 1, on 19th October 2013 at the Royal Commonwealth Society. The Future Debate Series is a journey of discovery and a networking platform for youths initiated by the AMMA Foundation. With the added experience and knowledge, we decided to pool our resources once again and held FDS 2 on 15 February 2014 at Health University, KL. Attendees had the distinct privilege to meet and share thoughts with Datin Paduka Marina Mahathir. Then we had our FDS 3, the 11th of April 2014 at the Hotel Istana, simultaneously with Tech 2020, which the organizing chairman was Mr. Girish Ramachandran from the AMMA Foundation. FDS 4 then was held with our Excellence Awards last year on 22nd June 2014. We believe that through the act of debating, it allows us to break down critical issues and examine them from a different angle. It does provide a much more rationalized platform of discourse. So this year's FDS will focus on the National Higher Education Blueprint that was just released 2015-2025. And in line with the recent release, we wish to analyze and study how this new plan will affect the Malaysian education standards in the long term, 10 years per se. So to start off, I'm going to introduce our judges. We have a list of well-esteemed judges. Start off, we have Professor Emeritus Dr. V.G. Kumardas, a distinguished academic, well known for his research on the chemistry of tin, which won him the National Science Award in 1989. He was the first holder of the chair in organic chemistry in 1980 at the University of Malaya and served as the Dean of Science Faculty for a record period of 8 years before retiring as senior professor in 1999. He then went on to serve as the founding Vice Chancellor of 2 private universities in the country, AIMS University in Kedah, Quest International University in Perak. In 2010, he was bestowed the rank of Professor Emeritus by the University of Malaya. We then have Dr. Elizabeth Lee, the Senior Executive Director of Sunway Education Group. She was educated and trained in the UK in multicultural education. She read her Master of Philosophy in Education at the University of Cambridge. Dr. Elizabeth also serves on the National Higher Education Research Institute, IPPTN, and the International Academic Advisory Council, IAAC, of Jeffrey Chia Institute in Southeast Asia. In August 2014, she was conferred the Doctor of Law by the University of Nottingham for her immense and exceptional contributions to the education in Malaysia. Mr. Rajasingham, a prominent entrepreneur in the education field and a founding member of a range of companies specializing in education, corporate training, advertising, publications, event management, and IT development. And most notable of which is Brickfields Asia College. He's also a philanthropist who believes that education should be accessible to all and that it should be administered to serve the wider community. In line with his vision of changing and improving lives via education, Mr. Rajasingham has been instrumental in developing sustainable education programs under the BAC Gives Back initiative. BAC Gives Back is dedicated to enhancing the livelihood of women, children, and underprivileged disabled. Then for our debaters, we have Noel Malden, an alumni, former debater of UiTM Malacca, the champion of the Arau Open Debating Championship 2010, champion of the Borneo Debating Championship 2012, and champion of the Borneo British Parliamentary Championship 2012. Mark Darren Savuria, if I pronounced that right, well known for being the co-founder of the Asia Pacific University Debating Society, champion of Jesselton Debate Open 2011. If I'm not mistaken, he partnered up with Noel for the debate. He was champion of the HEP IPTS 2012 and the Kenyalang Debate Open 2013. Now, for the topic of today, We're going to talk about the new education blueprint that was released lately. Can you all hear me now? Okay, this is just a brief summary of the latest blueprint. Now, I can't go through in detail of every strategy that they have, but what I want you guys to focus on is the bolded ones. To produce holistic entrepreneur graduates. Now, the reason why I focus on this is that the government has decided to give priority to students to come up with more of their own ideas, more of their own businesses. Because lately, in the past few years, if most of us have noticed, number of startup companies by fresh grads have increased. A lot of new apps have come out. Apps like My Taxi, even Uber started off as a startup company. And then we have to achieve an empowered governance. This is a very key issue that I would like to deal with, because the government will be providing more decision-making rights from the ministry to the universities themselves. Why I agree with this? Because no one knows the university better than the university management itself. So these are the two issues that we'll be debating about today. So this is just a brief summary of what was stated in the strategic plan. And I believe we can move on to the debate. And I'd like to invite the debaters to take the floor. So give a round of applause to Noel and Mark.